Hello, welcome to Watercooler episode. I actually don't know what episode this is. 211?
I think
maybe
11.
212? Whatever. We're quarantined. The numbers don't matter. The days don't matter. I don't even know what we're doing here. We're doing 2 episodes in 1 week. Fine.
Strange.
If you guys want to do it, I'm game. Well, this is
I
the
miss
show.
you guys.
I miss you too. This is the show where I, Chris Loxamana, hang out quarantine style with my buds, drink some brews, or in this case, Japanese whiskey. And I'm resuming, baby. With me today, as always, Caelan Biehn here.
Going on?
Is Insomniac around?
Doesn't appear so.
Oh man, you look better, Caelan. I don't know if it's the bomb lighting or you.
For some reason, the lighting in Caelan's room looks like he's just awoken from a fresh evening of sleep.
Yeah.
Like the morning light has crept in the windows behind him. But the reality is, it's like 5 in the afternoon right now.
Yeah.
Unless Caelan's in London.
Caelan, great pod. Just shake your head. Gary Smith's here.
What's up?
What's up? Matt Fondiler's in the hizzy.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. And, of course, Mike Dawson.
What's crapping in isolation?
What's crapping? So this emergency water cooler was scheduled today, Friday the 27th, as we record this. And, yeah, Dawson sends a mass email. Guys, are we doing it? Are we doing the second show? And everyone agreed. Here we are, because we don't have anything else to do.
No, we probably all got all kinds of shit to do. I think it's just a good idea to regroup and remember, I'm going a little crazy over here, honestly. You can only have so many conversations with dogs.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting old.
We did a water cooler 2 days ago, and I asked Dawson, hey, man, how's it going in Dawson? Without missing a beat. I was built for this. And then come 2 days later, I'm going crazy. I've been talking about dogs. They are not responding the same way that they have been. I'm actually starting to understand them.
Dawson, you've got a nice yard. You should be out in the backyard just kicking it so you're not cooped up in the house.
Oh, I am. I'm working in the yard. I'm working in the house. But the way I'm approaching this is as a forced work sentence. I've got a shitload of work to do. And so from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep, all I'm doing is freaking working, whether it's working out in the yard or doing audiobooks or other podcasts or whatever. But I'm starting to go a little crazy. I could really use a live band and a cold beer.
We can make that happen.
Now's your chance to do the home cella thing that I've preached to all of you guys for years.
Right.
You can live stream concerts. It doesn't even have to be Coachella. Just go onto YouTube and type in whatever. I mean, we watched like a Queen concert, when Freddie Mercury was basically about to die of AIDS, and we watched the whole concert, and it was fucking amazing.
Cheery one to pick, Matt.
Well,
Gary's face was so perfect.
Very emotional. It was a very emotional show. It was
a
great.
Decade of Queen shows to pick from, and Matt goes, no, let's go to the one where we know he's dying from an infectious disease.
I want him to know.
Yeah, the cat would probably like that one the best.
The cats loved
it
it too.
Inclusive. Yeah.
And for those wondering, we are going to post these shows on YouTube, so you can see us Brady Bunch style.
I thought you were going to say we're going to post Freddie Mercury's death cry concert.
No, we will not. We're not going to post that.
That was second on his mind.
But yes, Dawson, this is the best time. I mean, look, you got a great sound system. I know you got a TV. Dim the lights, put on a concert, and mosh pit with your dogs.
Yeah, I do that. Everything, there's so much music, concerts available on YouTube too. You can really dig into some old 70s shit.
Yeah.
But I have busted out a Joe Cocker music documentary, which is really interesting. It's on Netflix. You should check that out.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I know I'm with you, but it's just working, and as you can tell, I'm just slowly losing my mind.
I did a live stream acoustic. I've done a couple of them already. The live stream acoustic shows. I just plugged my microphone in yesterday and my guitar into my phone, and then streamed a little mini acoustic set, but a lot of it just consisted of my friends in the group chat just typing anything to make me laugh in the middle of a song. It's a weird dynamic because their voice is just as loud. So everybody
Chat heckling.
Yeah, they're totally chat heckling me. Exactly. So it's kind of funny. Like I've had to learn to not look at the screen while I play a song because it's just all my buddies just trying to make me laugh.
That's amazing.
I still appreciate.
See, that's
it,
like
though.
old school internet. That's like goes back to like chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
When people would just type whatever the fuck they could just to get a rise out of somebody because that was the only way to connect with anyone.
I will say, Chris, I caught a little bit of one of the sets, actually 2 of the sets, and they're really good, man. They sound good. Your office that you're currently sitting in, for those who are watching on YouTube, it's a good backdrop. That was at least where you were when the one I saw. So good job.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Yeah,
you got the verb and you got everything set up so that it actually sounds like a good. You're not just using the telephone microphone.
The first time I
that
did,
everyone else is using. You've set it up. It's
the
nice.
first time I did use a telephone microphone, and it was all right. But then the second one, I set it up, Dawson. I made it sound
nice.
beefy.
Proud of you. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man. If anybody'd be proud of me, you would. But so I've been live streaming the concerts, and I know, Dawson, you're going a little stir crazy. Dawson has been posting pictures of corks that he's gluing together, and he's having everybody guess what it is. I don't think, has anyone guessed correctly?
Well, according to the rules, we do not have a winner yet. Yes, I'll show you guys where it stands right now. But the answer, I'm gonna tweet a picture of where it's at now, and I'm looking for that one-word answer. And people are close, but nobody's got it yet.
Depository.
Look at this.
Yeah, no. So that was day 1, I believe.
Look at this.
Hold on, I'll go grab the thing and show it to you.
Look at that. He tweets a close-up of 2 corks glued side by side.
Chris, you wrote a dildo.
He guessed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
someone guessed a bong. That's pretty
someone
good.
guessed ventilators.
Where we're at right now.
Anal beads.
Dawson's showing.
This is your fault. Oh, Dawson. Wait. Oh, show it again.
Dawson,
bring it back. Oh, he can't
Bring it back now. Bring it back.
Man. Anyway.
You blew it, Chris. You blew it. Dawson, bring it back.
Yeah, Dawson.
Bring it back.
Now that you put your headphones on and sat back in your chair, we'd like you to go grab the cork.
Again?
Art again, yeah.
If you don't mind.
All right.
We literally didn't get to see it.
Anyway.
Well, as some of you guys have found out, and Dawson can attest to this, you got to be careful when you say something around Laura Lee, like, I'm really in the market for some corks, because Dawson announced that, I would say, about 9 months ago, and every time I've seen Laura Lee since, she has given me a couple giant gallon Ziploc bags full of corks that her and all of her friends have been collecting. So Dawson probably has a couple hundred to a couple thousand corks.
It's funny you mention that because I've been in the need for rubber banded packs of $100 bills.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
All right, Dawson.
Oh,
I'm in the need for rum cake.
Gigantic butt plug. You're hot.
That's why, it's going to be interesting if it works, but I don't know, man.
What?
No, it's not a.
Nobody's guessed correctly.
Anticipation, yeah. Is it a wine bottle holder? Like it will ultimately be like a tree with which to place bottles.
It's like if you're making a chicken holder out of eggs.
I mean, it would be
like that.
I like that.
It would be a pretty boss move if it turned out to be a cork board.
Again, seems pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I'm surprised no one guessed that.
Yeah. No, it's not. And it's just an idea that's been floating through my mind forever. I got about 10,000 corks, and I've got enough to make several of these things, which should be a clue. Which is a clue.
All right.
Still hasn't ruled out butt plug. I feel like
I know a butt plug named Corky Romano.
Come on now. So Dawson, is that your show and tell? You mentioned in the last show that we were going to do that. Is that what you?
Oh shit! I forgot. I guess I don't think that's my show and tell now.
Okay.
But we'll
Oh yeah,
call
are
it
we
that
doing
soon.
show and
That's
tell?
show and
Because
tell.
I totally
Based on the
brought
fact that every single
something.
one of you is looking around, I see all of your faces.
I don't think anyone was
as we
prepared
go
for it.
around the
Yeah.
room.
No, I totally
That's
got something.
hilarious. We'll do it next time. It's
Actually,
fine.
no, I actually have something really good right here.
Oh,
Go.
let's do it. Let's start with Gary. Gary, show and tell.
All right. So
Panic Edition.
you guys remember the first cruise when we went on the Corolla cruise? And when you go on a cruise, for those who have never been, at least the cruises we've been on, you have to print out your bag tags for your luggage. And you print them out on your computer at home, and then you take them and you're supposed to wrap them around the handle of your bag and staple them together. But Parker sent this email that said, if you don't have a stapler, don't worry about it. The guys who take your bags at check-in have a stapler. And, I just, whatever, either I'm sure I had a stapler, but I just went, well, fuck it. I'll print the things out and I'll hand them to the guy and it'll be fine.
Right.
So for that cruise, my dad picked Joya and I up at our house and drove us to the Long Beach terminal. When we got there, I opened the trunk. I took my bags out. My dad's standing there waiting to say goodbye to us. And I look at this guy. I'm like, you got a stapler? The guy goes, yeah, no problem. And he, proceeds to do it. So that cruise was in like October or something. So smash cut to Christmas morning. I get this box and I open it up and it is the red slimline stapler from Office Space. And my dad just looks at me and goes, I guess you can't afford a stapler. And I had to explain, like, no, man, I have a stapler. He was horrified that I had asked this guy at the cruise terminal if he had a stapler because he thought I'm living over here just like, taping stuff together. I have no idea. But he got me
Just going day to day, not knowing where you're going to get a stapler.
Exactly. He was like, what kind of life?
Having to ask all kinds. He asked the postman for a stapler the other day.
He figures I'm going down to the local library if I need to get 2 pieces of paper attached together.
Yeah. You got to keep that in your car, man. Put it in your glove box.
I believe you have my stapler.
Wow.
I love it. And I think now we all know to start mailing Gary menial things. I shall mail you 5 paper clips and a tack. And
Sounds like Dawson's dog.
We're gonna alarm your dad. All right, Caelan, your turn. What do you have for show and tell? Yeah, this is
no, Matt.
Show and tell. This is show and tell. Yeah, arms reach edition.
Yeah, Matt, there's no stand-up bullshit. This is whatever you can reach.
Arms reach edition.
Where I had to change my seat. I was in a different.
He is also
early.
outside.
And I'm
That's
outside.
his choice.
He could find something.
I have this nice leather-bound Westworld book, huh?
Oh.
I remember when that came into the studio.
Yeah, I do too. That's where
I see you have used it as your
That is
journal.
neat.
It's filled
With nothing.
built to the
word
brim
murder.
of notes.
We got
Why is it all written in blood?
Season 2. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is reminding me
that
of when we all did our show in Lake Tahoe. We stayed in the haunted whorehouse.
yes.
Sorry for the crude language.
Arrowhead.
And Caelan and I, up to Caelan, of course, we stayed in the most haunted room in the hotel. And there was a notebook that was in the drawer next to the bed. And Caelan was journaling all afternoon, like writing to the ghosts of this room and how excited he was to meet everybody.
That's right.
And then Caelan got drunk in the room downstairs and just passed out. And so I had to sleep in the haunted room all by myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing happened, but I did write in the book afterwards. I think I wrote the words, "Nothing happened. He fell asleep and he never saw anything." Signed, Matt.
Oh,
That was great.
yeah. Way to freak everyone out, Caelan.
That was fun.
How was your
That's fun.
Westworld thing going? Where are you at?
What?
How is your Westworld
Westworld.
Oh,
rewatch?
we haven't gotten any more episodes done since our last episode. And tonight we're watching The Invisible Man, so it's gonna have to hold off for a couple of days.
What are you watching? Sorry.
The Invisible Man.
Oh, I thought you said Juana Man.
I've heard from
Yeah,
many
that's-
people, Caelan, that The Invisible Man is awesome. You know what I'm not watching tonight? The Hunt, thanks to you.
Don't do that.
Mm.
No, I won't be.
I will not be watching The Hunt as well.
You're welcome.
You know what I did watch last night?
What's that?
Bombshell.
How is
Oh,
that?
how was that?
It's great. Actually, I bought it on my Amazon account, which you all have passwords to. So if you guys want to watch it, I think it's still good for another 30 hours. Just heads
Nice.
up. Prime Video.
What's it about? What's Bombshell, Evan?
That's the one about Fox News where Margot
Roger
Robbie,
Oh,
Roger
Yeah.
Ailes. I don't know. I'm not. that looks good, but I watched the 6-part Showtime series on it, and I feel like I'm pretty well covered.
I
Yeah.
thought that was my. Oh, sorry, Caelan.
Weird that they made that movie right after that Showtime series, which I also watched and was really good. But I think the movie focuses more on like the anchors, the female anchors, rather than Roger Ailes himself.
It does, and I will say this: it felt a little rushed. I thought, this would be a lot better if it was spread out and we could take a deeper dive into all of this. And
Like
I
a TV
remember,
series.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember. Oh wait, there is a TV series that came out around the same time with Russell Crowe, I believe.
Correct.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So.
Dawson, that's a good one. If you said before we started you wanted TV suggestions. I think it's called The Loudest People in the Room or something like that. The Loudest in the Room.
Cool.
All right, Matt.
Is that Caelan?
Loudest voice in the room.
I think you're right.
That's what it was.
All right, Matt. Your turn. Arm's reach
all right.
distance.
Yeah, it's within arm's reach. But first, I'm going to show you guys a picture to
Okay.
put it into
Ooh.
perspective. So it's been a year since I got my bonsai tree.
Bonsai.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like when I first got it.
I'm just looking at your Finder window.
You shared the Finder window, and so you have to go stop sharing and start sharing the photo.
TikTok.
Trying to
Live in
fucking
action.
Share. No, it didn't work.
No, when you go to share
whatever.
screen.
Share.
Just go like that.
Okay, that works.
How's that?
That
How's
kind of
that?
works.
There you
Look
go.
at that thing.
That looks good.
You named
All
it Kate?
Yeah, that's what we needed because it was a Caelan elm.
Matt, you only have
Man.
22.38 gigabytes available on your hard drive.
I'm
gotta
in the
clear it
middle
out.
of editing something.
Matt,
that's really big
oh
right
my
now.
God. I
All
couldn't
right.
handle it.
I would kill for that much.
All right, so that's my that's what it looked like a year ago, and now within arm's reach, you guys can see.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He's
nice.
so big. It's like,
Look at
you just
that.
showed us a baby, and now we're looking at a preteen.
Now you're looking
It's
at
still alive.
it's still alive and growing too. I don't know if you guys
Nice.
can see, but there's like little baby
Yeah.
leaves growing.
Little baby leaves. And how often are you, do you say pruning it? Trimming it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
You just like kind of trim it, you kind of cut it. Which I will say in these crazy times when you're cooped up inside all day, that's just exactly why I got it. I get to go outside for a little bit, give a little snippy snip. It's relaxing. Feels
Yeah.
good.
Speaking of that, Caelan's hair needs a little snippy snip. I actually like it kind of long though. And what are we all doing for haircuts? Are we growing out? Are we going hash?
I'm coming back to the shop full homeless.
Nice.
My hair looks okay right now because right before this I took a long walk and I was sweaty, so I showered. But I'm using about, I'd say 300 to 400% the normal amount of gel that I use to keep some semblance of normal. But if I just let it go, I already look homeless. I can't imagine what I'm going to look like when we get back to the office.
I can't wait. I was thinking this is the best time to try out new facial hair ideas, especially Caelan. You could probably do something pretty weird.
Yeah,
I think Caelan should totally do like Red Dead Redemption chops, like mutton chops, just mustache, just
Yeah.
kind of shave this part, you know what I'm talking about? Like
Oh, yeah.
that.
That'd be good, yeah.
And then try to grow the stash out a little bit and get a little curly curl going on the ends. You'll look like a fucking badass cowboy.
that's not a bad.
Ooh, cowboy.
Caelan the cowboy. What kind of cowboy are you, Caelan?
I'm a bad cat.
Bad
Get
cowboy.
that drop.
I'm a bad kid.
That was a little inside.
Yeah. Well, are we doing weird facial hair? Should we all do
No.
it?
I'm not.
I'm not. I will also not be participating. But I encourage Caelan and Dawson and Chris, and
Mine's
if you want to
already
go
weird.
for it.
I considered it, Chris, and I really did want to go full on with the hair and the facial hair, but it's just there's that 2-week period where it's so scratchy and uncomfortable, and I just can't do that to myself right now. Too many of my comforts have been taken away. I got to keep the beard trimmed.
I get it.
I did think of that this morning, though. I thought this would be an ideal time to grow an epic mustache.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to, probably.
And then it was also
gotta
because of this show that I
Just
realized
go
it
homeless.
wasn't as fun, because on all of our other shows, Chris and Dawson sometimes are going live with their cameras because they're speaking live on the show. But for all my shows, I'm just doing audio only. I'm kind of being voice of God sometimes, but I'm never turning my camera on. So and when I realized we were doing this show that we were going to use our cameras, it sort of takes the element of surprise away. It's most fun if no one sees you for 6 weeks and then all of a sudden you look completely different.
Agreed.
you
But
go.
Yeah, we're gonna do this twice a week. You're not gonna be fooling anybody.
And Gary, are you gonna wear that shirt every time?
That's right.
Good. He's wearing the "Everything Will Be Okay" shirt.
Yes, I am. And you're wearing
You
an
haven't
Xbox
watched
shirt.
it, have you?
I actually have, and I have like 4 of these. So it's not like I'm wearing the same shirt over and over again. I'm washing them and
And Matt's shirt, very on brand as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't even really realize that. That's hilarious.
Matt's wearing a mammoth.
Sweet. Hey, Matt, there's a really good place to get pie in Mammoth.
Really? I've never heard
Check it
of
out.
it.
It's somewhere down in there in the Mammoth town.
Wow, I would think
Yeah.
of all the
Yeah.
types of food types to find in Mammoth, I would know of that one.
Are you gonna be flicking anything today, Caelan?
No, I don't have anything new.
It's okay.
All you're doing is sitting around watching things.
Well, I watched the show that last night I watched. There's a new season of a show called Kingdom on Netflix, which is like a Asian zombie show that I like. So I think that was going to interest anybody very much. So that's all I got.
Cool.
Why did Asian come up before zombie when you described it?
What happened to Dawson?
he's gone to audio only. He's still there. That's kind of weird. I'm worried about what he's doing.
There you go.
Maybe zombie Asian would sound weird.
Dawson just took a fucking bull hit and decided to silence the video camera for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
definitely
but
what
probably he
You
probably
turned it
said
back on
Asian
before you
zombie.
exhaled.
Chris, to answer your question, Chris,
I
he said
agree.
Asian zombie because it would have been confusing if he said zombie Asian.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Mhm.
It's
That
just
actually-
the
that
way the
actually
English
makes
language
sense.
works. Yeah.
All right. Have you guys been doing like the Zoom meetings with your friends and everything? Like I minus these friends, but
You're my only friends.
I don't like how Matt got really close to the camera so I could see his tears.
I've
No,
been
I
doing-
haven't. Actually, the other group of guys that Gary's a part of, we've teased the idea of doing like a big old video thing. I jumped on very briefly a couple nights ago, but haven't
Hold on.
really done
Yeah.
like a Zoom conference.
Let's revise this. We all agreed that we were going to do a group video conference. We established a time about 3 hours in advance. We all called each other. Me and the other two got on, and we're on for 45 minutes. Matt comes on 45 minutes into it, stays for 90 seconds, and goes, well, I'm in the middle of watching Westworld, so I'll talk to you guys later, and then hangs
Yep.
up.
I was gonna say, what was I in the middle of
Sounds
watching?
fun.
Westworld. It was important.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Dawson, you want to go?
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
sorry,
Arms
Gary.
reach, show and tell.
Sure, here we go. Arms wreath show and tell. This was, I believe, a gift from the great Laura Lee.
Oh, it was
California raisins.
California Raisin Man.
And when I got this California Raisin Man from Laura Lee, I thought, hell yeah, that's awesome. That goes in my studio to remind me that these assholes went platinum. So anybody can.
Is that
That's
true?
amazing.
It is.
According to Straight Outta Compton, it is.
Prominently
Oh,
mentioned straight out of
I
Compton.
tend to believe gangster movies.
I would too. All right, that's a great one, Dawson. Oh, I forgot. We should applaud everybody. So Matt's bonsai tree.
What about yours, Chris? What's your thing?
I have this. Let me see.
It isn't fair for Chris because Chris is sitting in his office
Oh, my guitar.
studio that is just filled with cool shit.
Guitar. This isn't show.
This
and
isn't
then
do a show
play.
and tell us what
Is
you're
that
doing.
is that a
Come on,
strat?
man.
Can you guys
Is
hear that?
a strat,
You
bro?
didn't see me out here snipping the bonsai
So,
tree, did you?
The
No,
story
I just
about
showed
this,
it to
the
you.
story about this guitar. Yes, I am holding a Strat. I got this a few years ago. From this, we used to have a coworker named Rob. And
Did we?
we did.
Oh,
Rob,
that Rob.
Yeah, Rob. And he was dating a recently divorced woman who ended up with all of her ex's guitars, including this one.
Oh, what a score, bro! You got that from her?
So yeah, so she didn't know what to do with them. So
That's
I
a great
traded
score.
I literally I had a laptop. I traded the laptop for this. And I got this guitar.
Nice.
And as you can see, it's kind of like road worn and the neck's all sanded. And I'm thinking like, what is this? So I took it to a guitar shop. Like, can you tell me the story of this guitar? I don't even know what year it was made. I don't know anything. He picks it up and he's like, this is some real wood here. This is nice, but no, I can't tell you. And then I took it to Hugh over at 13th Street Guitars after that, and he took the whole thing apart and sends me a thing going, it's like a Frankenstrat. Like it was put together. These are all like
Okay.
mismatched pieces, but it's really good stuff. And now I'm thinking like, I wish I knew more about it. And And then I go on Instagram, but this is like 2 years later, I go on Instagram and I see another guy playing this exact guitar with like the same like patina, the same scratches and everything. And I message him like, what kind of guitar is that? Because I have that too, and I don't know what it is. And it turns out it's a John Mayer replica of like his main guitar. And now I feel super lame playing John Mayer songs live with it because it looks like I'm just like a John Mayer fanboy because I actually use this guitar
But
live.
you are.
Yeah, so Dawson knows I have the same thing with my other guitar that's in the office at Corolla, which is autographed by all the musicians that come by in there. I can't play with that guitar live either. So
it makes it you can't really play those, but
so all my Strats I can't play live just because I'm worried. I'm too vain. I'm worried about that.
well, I had Joe Walsh on my Strat, and I don't really play electric, but if I did, that would be the one.
Yeah. Well,
I'd
anyway,
still play
that's my show and tell. Is this this
Nice.
Strat that I traded a laptop for, and I got it. And by the way, Jen, I'll be honest, I did remember about show and tell, right? Because Jen called me 5 minutes before the show, and she goes, "What are you gonna do for show and tell?" And I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'll do my guitar." And she's like, "That's the lamest thing ever. Everyone's gonna expect you to do a guitar. I can't believe it." And I said, "Okay, maybe I'll do something else," and I did my guitar.
Well, I'm very
I'm proud of you.
impressed. I did not know in advance it would be a guitar, and I mean that with all sincerity. So,
Aha!
very nice job.
That's literally all I have in this room right here, guitars. So
That's good.
Also, a giant piece of wood that a very generous fan made for you directly behind your head. But
yeah, speaking of the cruise, Travis, who proposed to Mizuki in Seattle, I helped him set that. I helped him set that up during the Q&A's round, and as a thank you, he made this sign for me in the back where it says my band's name, and it's hand carved out of wood, hand chiseled.
it looks awesome.
Yes. Now, Matt, you get one more round of show and tell here. Arms reach.
Yeah.
I managed to catch the Calico, who's much harder to catch.
That's not AIDS, Kitty.
It's not
This is
Irie.
not
Much
a
art.
kitty.
Yeah.
No, this is Lilu, named after the Fifth Element, Lilu Dallas Multipass. If you don't know what that means, you should watch the Fifth Element.
I tried, dude.
And-
I actually honestly tried to watch the Fifth Element last week, and I stopped after 10 minutes. Dude.
True
10
story.
minutes.
As soon as Bruce Willis came on, I watched him for like 40 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's
I can't
style.
suspend this much reality. I'm
Very
out.
stylized. Very
Now, when
stylized.
I saw that movie with my parents, I think I was still pretty young when that movie came out. I saw that movie with my parents in theaters at the Irvine Spectrum Center, which at the time was a very hip place.
Yeah.
And after the movie, we went to dinner, and my mom looked at my dad and said, "What did you think?" And he replied, "It was crass." That is family lore.
That should be on the poster.
We've been making fun of him for that for 20 years, probably.
That's hilarious.
Have any of you seen it recently?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, nostalgia for me. I saw it in theaters.
Exactly. I've seen
Okay.
it like literally
Okay.
500 times probably.
I can understand what your problem is with it, but for me, it's flawless.
Wow.
Okay.
There
I
you
love
go.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, that was a breakout performance, man.
That could have just been a non sequitur, but I'm gonna assume
Oh, is he in The Fifth
that
Element?
Chris Tucker was in the movie.
I
What were the
forgot he was
odds?
in that. I
Yeah.
forgot he was in that.
Oh
I
man,
think
Well,
this is what
that's
it.
cool.
I'm really
Yeah.
enjoying this weekend pod with you guys, but I think we best get on going. So let's get our plugs in,
Yeah.
our weekend plugs, and we'll start with
Weekend plugs.
let's go in a different order than we usually go.
I'm
Let's
gonna
start
buy
Dawson.
one of Dawson's weekend plugs.
Yeah, let's get a
making them out of
Dawson
cork.
weekend plug,
Weekend plug.
and you can't
Shit,
plug
dude.
the turn video off function.
What do I plug for the weekend?
Yeah,
Like
weekend
something to
plug.
do
What
over
should
the
somebody
weekend?
do this weekend?
This weekend, shoot, man. This weekend, watch Fat, a documentary.
Oh.
I know you've been wanting to watch it, but you've been putting it off. Finally, this weekend, watch Fat, a documentary by Vinnie Tortorich. You'll love it.
All right, I back that one. Matt, what's up with you?
Oh wow, you really are going out of order.
Yeah, it's a random. I hope you're all
You
ready.
really let that fly by me. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondiler, and you know, Netflix right now, it's got some pretty decent shows. Everyone's talking about the Tiger King, which is a crazy like a crime docu series that's been pretty enjoyable. And there's another show that I told Caelan about. I would also suggest to everyone else called Lock and Key, which is like kind of like a young adult action series, but it's really, really entertaining. I've been enjoying the shit out of it. So those are my plugs.
I saw it and I thought it looked interesting, and then my very second instinct was, I'm not 14.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely an aspect of that, but
Okay, but it's
don't
not
know.
it's not over the edge. It's not like Hunger Games type shit.
I mean, again, it's probably, you would find it to be in that same realm, but it's much more of like a fantasy story about like a kind of a strange haunted house kind of. It's good.
Okay.
It's really entertaining. I mean, again, it's
Well,
definitely
I like
geared.
that stuff.
It's geared for a little
yeah.
bit of a younger crowd, but the mystery and the action and the effects, like, it's super entertaining. We're almost done with it. It's been great.
Matt,
Sweet, dude. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you and I should start a review podcast of that show called Locks and Key. You'll be Key. We just created the title, and we review episodes one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I see what you did there.
We have to, just because my last name starts with Locks.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I
right,
will watch that. All right. And yes, and obviously, if you haven't checked out Matt's Sword and Scale episode, which one is it again?
Oh, yeah, there you go. 153 was the most recently aired on the main feed, but if you go to swordandscale.com/plus, you get their like bonus episodes, and whatever number of the newest one of those, it's like 63 or something like that. That is also one of mine.
I mean 69 minus 6.
Oh, if it was 69, I would be so happy, but I don't think it was.
Ah, dang it. All right, Caelan.
Well, if you like zombies, and more
Or
specifically,
Asian zombies.
Kingdom on Netflix is a fun show. Also, Ozark season 3 just dropped. That's a fun.
Oh, that's right.
Getting into that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out.
Jen just texted me, hey, I think we should start watching Ozark.
It's really good.
That one's really good too, man. You're gonna enjoy that.
So yeah, I'm excited to watch that. She just started watching Dexter, which I'm really excited to see her decline, or the decline of the show, and see her reaction in real time. Because man, that show really took a nosedive. But I'm not, unless she listens to this podcast, which she does. Dang it, I was trying not to say anything. I just wanted her to be surprised, just as we all were.
We edit nothing.
Yeah, we edit nothing. But anyway, okay. So yeah, Caelan recommending the Asian zombie show.
Asian zombies.
Asians. So they were Asian before they were zombies, or they were made zombie in Asia?
Yeah, it's like.
Or are they Americans, but then they turn into
Asian zombies? Yeah. What is it?
This is way back in old times. I don't know what year, but the way back with like swords and arrows, and they all speak in Chinese, and it's full Asian. There are no Americans in that show.
It's full Asian.
Is it subtitles?
Full Asian.
Is it subtitles?
Yeah, subtitles.
What is it with
It's
Caelan?
full Asian. What did you expect?
What is it with Caelan and only wanting to watch shows that are foreign and not in English?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big fan of foreign TV shows. That's true. They're
He
good.
likes to read while he watches
They're
TV,
really good.
I guess.
Yeah. It is good because I could see why you wouldn't want, or you would enjoy these shows, because you can't look at your phone and do simultaneous things while watching shows like that. So you get a lot more invested.
Oh, Caelan,
Yes.
here's what you got to do this weekend for all of us. You got to watch The Platform. It's subtitled. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I want to see it, but it's got to be flicked first.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah, I might check that out. That looks very interesting.
Sweet.
Oh, and Dawson, we mentioned it last week. You said you hadn't seen Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
A reminder to put that
I'll
shit
get
on.
into
That'll keep you entertained for hours. That show's amazing.
Hey, Dawson, you like saving?
Nice. Well, I mean, as I said, I've been fucking working since 8:15 this morning. And I consider this also part of work. No, I still got shit to do. Getting stuff done, man.
You also said earlier that you've been going crazy and speaking to your dog, so I'm going to go ahead and prescribe you a few hours of just watching something enjoyable on television. Just for
That's a
your
good
mental
idea.
Yeah.
And
My dogs are fucking awesome, though, you guys. I'll tell you what, I was thinking about this today. If I did not have these two dogs here, I would seriously be losing my shit.
Yeah.
Like,
At least
thank fucking
things
God.
to hang out with.
Yeah.
Losing your shit
So.
literally would be pretty awful.
Well, not
Thanks.
really, literally.
Good take.
Because there's things you
No,
just
'cause
want to lose.
Yeah, but
So-
then not knowing where it is and walking around your house and finding it later.
Okay, losing your shit would be literally a bad thing if you expected you were going to find it in an unexpected place.
See, I don't want to take that risk.
Then
Yeah,
I don't see. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay, I like that.
keep track of
All
it.
right.
And
Anyway.
we'll get to Gary's plug after mine. Mine is follow me on Instagram at ChrisLoxamana1 because the other Chris got the
Is
real.
that true?
That's totally real. Yeah,
Wow.
Chris
You must
Loxamana1.
never plug that because I feel like I never knew that.
It's really embarrassing, Matt. I didn't get to Instagram first. You got it. I got it everywhere else except for there in Gmail. I should
Well,
have said that
luckily, it's
last.
not a very popular one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So Chris Loxamana on Instagram. I'll play some live concerts and answer questions and have a drink with you guys from your.
I hear the chat is hilarious.
Yeah, the chat is quite fun. I get a lot of like, hey, man, what is it? Well, a lot of my friends know like all my old songs when I was in high school, like those ones I played, so they request those, and Chasing Billy, like, hey, can you play some Chasing Billy, which is like an old '90s one-hit wonder band, I think, and yeah, so it's a lot of stuff like that. If you guys want to join in and try to make me laugh, that's the real game. Make Chris laugh while he plays the song, and
Nice.
And we'll do it. So Instagram, I wish I knew when I do it next. I'd announce it here, but I don't. So just follow it and check periodically. Now
I forgot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I forgot. We should also plug. You got to follow Caelan on Xbox at Iceman99987633252.
Yeah, follow Sour Shoes 38794. Smiley face emoji X928.
I still can't figure out what the proper name is. I don't know whether it's just Sour Shoes or it's Sour Shoes with the number, but nevertheless, nobody has sent me a friend request.
I'm
To be
planning.
fair, it's only been 2 days since we recorded the last one.
Yeah, someone find. Wait, Caelan, will you say it again?
I think it's just Sour Shoes.
I doubt it's just Sour Shoes.
I think it is.
Even Chris Loxamana had to put a 1 after his username.
That's right.
It says Modern Warfare display name Sour Shoes, and then it says Activision ID Sour Shoes pound 9022599. So I don't know which one it is.
Is it
Gary,
possible that
Bravo.
90259 is your zip code or something? Like,
Yeah.
I
Is that
don't
your
know.
password?
oh, sorry, Chris, I cut off your plugs. I'm just
Oh, that's okay.
I'm all
Just
over
follow
the
me on
place.
Instagram and support your local businesses. Go ahead, Gary.
I'm like scared to do a plug. I feel like I'm getting punked because I was left for last.
No, I was just really going out of order.
All right. Well, when is this coming out? That's what I thought. Is this coming out today?
Sure. Yeah, I'll
All
put it
right,
out tonight.
Tomorrow morning, Download Reasonable Doubt is a super fresh episode we recorded just a few hours ago with Adam and Mark Garrigus. They talk a lot about the bailout plan that's coming. They talk about Harvey Weinstein, coronavirus, just everything current events, everything you've come to love from Reasonable Doubt. So check that out. And as far as things that you know, like you guys referenced earlier, things that are named before the idea is planned out, locks and key. If this quarantine goes on long enough, maybe I'll do my long tease podcast Through the Wire, where I episode by episode alternate between reviews of the TV show The Wire and reviews of Kanye West songs.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
So follow me on Twitter for more news on that.
good. And I hope like
Remember,
every
Gary,
few
only God can
episodes.
build an audience.
Through
Yeah.
the wall. I'm in. I'm subscribed
I would
now.
also subscribe as well.
Are you kidding me? That's a great idea.
There we go. Well, God built a small one for you so far. Go with God.
Look at that. Instant
Yeah.
audience right here. All right. Well,
Every
that'll do it
third
for-
episode, you should do it as Stringer Bell, though. I just think
I feel like that's going to get me caught up in a hashtag.
it might.
And we could.
That's
we
a
could
great
do a joint
dude. I'm going to write
joint
that song caught
podcast.
up in a hashtag.
Through the Wire with a locks and key.
There you go. That crossover episode. Ooh.
You guys are
Oh.
already you're thinking ahead.
We're
I
already
like this.
crossing over.
Playing the long game. Very good. Very
All right,
good.
I
that'll do
really
it.
Already
enjoyed
got the
everyone's show and
crossover
tell.
episodes planned. We have to show and tell every time. So
Okay,
this
I'm
time
down.
I'm going to remember for next time.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I will totally forget, but I've already found 3 more things I could have done as my show and tell where I'm sitting. So this is going to be awesome.
I have plenty of guitars in here, guys. They all have a story. All right, that'll do it for Watercooler. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. We enjoy you guys. My quarantine. Quarantine doing corn things. Yes.
Good show.
Caelan got
fellas.
excited. It's like zombies. There's zombies around. All
Good
right, that'll
times,
do it
guys.
for the show. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks to you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Cheers, and we'll see you next time.